controversy. I think Rotten Tomatoes banned people from being able to rate a movie that they haven't seen, so now you have to go through this whole thing to prove that you've actually seen the movie. And so yeah, it's just really weird. The movie's definitely not bad. You can at least say it's, or I would think it's at least decent, and there's definitely some worse Marvel films out there for sure, like the Eric Bana Hulk film, for example.
Yeah, but that was such long ago. That's like baby Marvel. Now they're like full blown chaos Marvel. You know, like they have their shit together.
I guess you have a point.
You know what? That movie does intrigue me because it's during like the 90s, right? And isn't Samuel L. Jackson a part of that shit?
Yes.
Yeah, when he was a little younger.
Yeah, they de-age him in that.
That's pretty dope.
My last bit of news here, Andrew Garfield had went on an interview and said that he is not in Spider-Man. I don't know why people keep saying that he is. He never got the call to be casted in the new Spider-Man, with the new Spider-Man 3 with Tom Holland. But a lot of people are saying that it's probably, all these guys probably have NDAs and they're not allowed to talk about it, so that's why even Tobey Maguire's not saying anything about it, but they've been spotted near or on set for that film. So it's kind of like, okay, like, we know you're lying, but it's creating a lot of confusion because they keep saying that they're not a part of it.
You know what really sucks is like we have so much advantage in the technology and like insight to what people are fucking doing now.
Yeah.
So we just kind of guess what the movie's gonna be about.
If you just go on YouTube, they have all of it there.
Yeah.
Before it's out, dude. Like, it's just fucking.
So it's
that's
like,
how it is.
I wish for a simpler time when we didn't know too much about the movie, and then, you know, you watch the movie and you're like, oh shit, that's a surprise. Instead of like, oh yeah, I seen him on the set, so I knew he was going to be in there somewhere.
It's funny because, like, you can pull up a trailer anytime you want, or we have trailers, you know, on YouTube, or, like, they're always on the TV. And I remember as a kid, the only time I saw a trailer was when I went to a movie and I got there early. And I'm like, oh, man, I can't wait for that movie to come out in 6 months or something.
I used to dude, that was like, I had to be there before the movie started to watch those like 20 minutes of trailers, and that was a lot of trailers for the next like 3 or 4 months, maybe even 2 or 3 years sometimes.
But yeah, I share the same memories as you. I think for me, at least, when I go to the movie theaters, I want to be there early to see the trailers. Just even though I've seen them on YouTube or on TV, it's not the same as seeing them in the theater and getting a feel for what the movie is going to feel like.
You know what's so funny, dude, is like I remember being a kid, and then like when those trailers would come on, and then the trailers would end, and then you'd hear everybody go, "I want to see that. Did you see that?"
Yeah, but that's it for my news. Hope you guys liked it.
Yeah, it was good, dude. Good. I guess I'll say my bits because it's gonna be a long segment of news. Ryan Reynolds teases his Johnny Cage, like being he teases to be Johnny Cage, like, and I don't know. I kind of want, that sounds good to me, but I was thinking fucking Lucas Lee, dude. That might be dope too. Yeah. But I don't know. Fucking Lucas Lee is Captain America, dude. Fucking Chris Evans.
What did you guys think of the new Mortal Kombat? Have you seen it yet, James? I know you've seen it, Wes.
Oh yeah, I've seen it.
What'd you think, man?
Oh man, 10 stars.
Sick. Yeah, I thought it was really good too.
Did we talk about? I don't know if you guys said this one, but Maya Erskine is going to be casted in the Obi-Wan Kenobi series. Did you guys talk about that, dude?
No.
That's the girl in Pen 15.
Oh, okay, all right.
I guess moving on. This has to do with Discord. Microsoft was in talks to buy it, and I don't know if I know I'm an Xbox guy and shit, but I don't agree with them buying Discord because it is independent, and I feel like that would ruin it, and they would give it like a new platform, everything. Like they would redo it, make it all Microsoft and shit. You know what I mean?
Selling out to the corporate big guy.
Yeah, they were gonna buy it for $10 billion, dude.
That's a lot of money.
Yeah, so I don't know. That's some news to me.
10 billion for Discord?
Yeah, for Discord.
What?
$10 billion.
Whoa. Crazy.
But yeah, man, that's it for my news. I guess I could pass it to Vic.
You know what? I really don't have too much news. One of the things I did want to talk about was the theaters opening up again. I had seen that it was going to reopen nationwide. So, Wes just kind of answered like my news thing, because I wanted to talk to someone who actually went to
The theater?
The theater, yeah, that was going to be my question. Has anybody gone to the theater? A little bit of me deep down inside wants to go back to the theater, but at the same time, I'm like, I can watch it at home. My question is, since the theaters are opening up, do you guys think the box offices or the movie theaters are going to depend more on the box offices releasing, the new movies as opposed to them being just streamed on networks at home?
Oh.
Do you think there's going to be a boom in just box office releases exclusively? Like you have to wait until, or is it going to be simultaneously?
Well,
I know Warner Brothers is still only. I mean, they're doing both.
Okay,
but it's only, they said officially that it's only for this year, that they will not be continuing after, though. So all the movies that they've announced that are coming, so like the new Conjuring, that new Angelina Jolie movie that's coming out at the end of the month, and Dune, like there's
Matrix.
like three or four maybe big films that are still coming, but after those drop, both in the theater and HBO Max, then they won't be doing it anymore. It's pretty much like a perk for the pandemic, and
okay,
type of deal. So go ahead.
So it's gonna go back to quote unquote normal, like movie. Like it gets released in the theaters, and then X amount of time, and then it gets released out on DVD or Blu-ray.
Yeah. Well, I think that right now that's the plan, because even though theaters right now are still operating at limited capacity, so box office numbers you can't really take too seriously. At least the studios can't right now, because they're at a disadvantage. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But eventually,
that's probably something we should talk to Christopher P about.
Oh yeah, because he's just went back to work.
He just got back to work, bro. I heard that today, man. But yeah, that was like one of my just like news kind of like questions.
Okay.
Do you guys plan on going back to the movies, like James and Tiny?
Yeah, dude, because especially it was such a good social thing to do, but at the same time, since I feel vaccinated, I feel like I can go better than before, but I don't know what they'll do. It's not gonna leave, dude. I think it's gonna stay around. Anyone could go when they please, to be honest. Still, even right now. So I don't know what like the big deal is, to be honest. Like,
I miss going to the drive-in. I still want to go to the drive-in.
I do that more than the movies, like the regular theater.
Yeah. Anyways, and then one other thing that I wanted to ask, like a follow-up on, is have you guys heard of anything happening for Beetlejuice 2? Because I heard like Michael Keaton did sign also to do that, but I don't know if that was just hearsay.
I could be wrong, or maybe they changed their minds, but as far as I know, that was just a rumor, and it's not really not happening. But don't quote me on that. I could be totally wrong, but I think...
Okay, yeah. I mean, that was just something that I had read on like a couple websites that I had seen Michael Keaton, and then also like on Facebook, like links and shit. So
yeah, people are just saying He's doing a bunch of shit, dude. Like, they just throwing that man's name everywhere.
Which is funny because back in the day when the first Beetlejuice came out, when they were trying to do a second one, it was going to be like vacation in Hawaii and shit.
What?
Yeah, which would have been like super weird.
It sounds like a sellout movie, but at the same time, it sounds like bonkers, dude. Like
Beetlejuice in Hawaii?
Yeah, dude.
Hawaii juice. And that's it, dude. I didn't have much, like... I didn't have too much news because I don't know, I couldn't find it.
I had more questions than news, huh?
Yeah. But my news is like questions. It's just questions. So... I passed the mic to Wesley Swanson.
All right. I have three quick pieces for you guys. So first up, Mahershala Ali's Blade reboot was originally supposed to begin production in September of this year. However, plans have changed as it has been pushed back until July of 2022. The reason behind this was Marvel wanted more time with the script that was penned by one of HBO's the Watchmen, the recent Watchmen miniseries editors and screenwriters, Stacey Osei Kefir, I believe is the name. So they want more time, I guess, to kind of flesh out that script. And as we said maybe a few episodes back, supposedly it's going to be PG-13. As Deadpool is supposed to be the only, in the MCU at least, the only rated R property as of now, which is pretty disappointing, but I do believe in Mahershala's ability. I have no doubt it's going to be, at least a decent film, but I hope they come to their senses and, give us that gritty rated R Blade movie that we deserve.
I have a question, because I actually seen... that article. What does the old Blade, what are the ratings on the old Blade, and have we heard anything from Wesley Snipes?
I think they had pitched back and forth some, like, for him to be involved in some capacity, whether it be like he's passes the torch to him somehow or something like that, but as far as I know, he is not involved at this time. Or maybe like it could be like what's happening with Spider-Man, where he's just not allowed to talk about it. But that would be pretty nuts if he was like the new Whistler, you know what I mean, or something.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Like something clever like that, you know what I mean?
I just looked it up, and it's actually rated R from 1998. So.
Yeah, all of them were rated R. I thought you meant like as far as what critics thought about them. I didn't mean...
Oh, yeah, no. Like I wanted to know the ratings.
No, yeah. Those were all hard R for sure.
Those were fucking sick as fuck, man. Those set the tone for a lot of shit.
And a nerfing Blade, dude.
Hell yeah.
And as I think we said, or it was either me or James, the original Blade is why we have the MCU that we got now, because that made a lot of money, especially for how violent, and how they had no idea that character was going to resonate with so many people, you know what I mean? It was a 50-50, but because of the clout that Wesley, especially in that time, had, it just worked so well.
I was 17 years old when I saw that movie, and I really wanted his 1968 Dodge Charger, but at the same time, when I was watching this film, it didn't really matter to me that he was an African American superhero, anti-hero.
Yeah.
I just thought of him as a fucking dope ass vampire killer,
assassin.
Yeah, like it reminded me of like old like fucking vampire movies, like Interview with the Vampire. That type of feel.
Underworld.
Yeah, like the Underworld type feel. I'm probably wrong, but it was was that before or after? No, because Underworld came out like in 2000, right?
Yeah, no, Blade was before, definitely.
So yeah, it kind of set the tone for like
that kind
especially like that rave scene in the beginning of the film. Oh, dude, I was all about that. music, dude. So I was like,